Hello everybody, Mr. Johnson here. In this video, we are going to discuss the class management for personal success. This video is going to be used in place of an in-person open house for the school year. All the documents I'll be referencing are available via Google Classroom in the stream. Okay, so everything on here, parents should have access to. The first thing I want to talk about first paper is what is called a weekly planner. All right, this will be in the stream. It'll be kind of one of the first things in there, and the same post will get updated for the entire first quarter. This is a schedule for the week. So I give the kids this document each Monday or whatever the first day of the week is. Like for instance, next week it's a Tuesday. We have Monday off. And this lets them know what we're doing in class that day, what day we have homework, and when assignments are due, when tests are going to be happening, when projects are due, etc. This is a good resource for kids to hold them accountable and for parents so they can know what's going on in their child's class. If you wanted to print it out and hang it up so they know what's going on, or whatever you want to do to make sure you're on top of things. I hold the kids accountable. I tell them ahead of time, here's what we're doing on this day. Be ready to go when the day comes. So the weekly planner is available in the stream. The next document discusses remote learning expectations. They need to be here every day. They are going to have to communicate any issues that they have, technological or otherwise. With everything, they need to let me know, okay? And speaking of which, if any of you have questions about anything, sjohnson@menacing.com. That's the best way to contact me. I check my email all the time. So that'd be a good way to get a hold of me. They need to be appropriate, show up on time, do what they're supposed to do, and understand that the level of expectation for students is much higher than it was in the spring. In the spring, we were just trying to survive to the end of the year. Now we're treating this like regular school. So they're going to be graded just like they would if we were in person. They are expected to do homework when that homework is due. They are going to make sure that they do well on their tests, and everything will be graded as, like I said, normal. The next thing is the assessment plan. This is how your child will be graded. I do things a little differently than most teachers that do a raw score. So your child will earn 1,000 points during the course of the quarter, and whatever number of points they get, that's their grade. So if they had 918 points, your grade would get rounded up to a 92. Okay, so if you get a 0 on something, like for instance, if they had a 30-point homework assignment and they didn't do it, 30 divided by 1,000 is 3%. So that'd be 3 points off their average that they can't get back. So staying on top of everything is a big deal. How will this grade be determined? This is a half-year class, so they're going to have 6 tests, 3 per quarter. Those are 100 points each. They'll have homework. I don't give homework a lot. Twice a week would usually be the most I would do it, but every single homework assignment I give is graded. So if your child says they have a homework assignment, but it's not going to be graded, so they don't need to do it, that is not true. They're going to have a project each quarter and other in-class assignments. Those will be due. Either project will be, over a longer period of time. In-class assignments might be that day. And then the notebooks we're probably not going to do for the first quarter. That's basically they would turn in all their stuff and I would kind of grade it as like a portfolio. That is not going to happen, but they should have their stuff organized. Okay. The big thing is you got to do your homework, stay on top of stuff. 1-0, you can live. If you get 3 or 4 or 5, now we're talking about 8, 10, 12, 15 points coming off your average, and that can be a real tough hurdle to overcome. So make sure all the kids are staying on top of their work. Some general class rules. I like to talk to these kids about stuff going on outside of school, if it's sports, movies, the world, something funny that happened, whatever. But I want to make sure I'm keeping it appropriate, keeping it professional. So let's respect that line of what's appropriate and what's not. They should always bring their notebook or whatever we're working on that day. Sometimes bring their project stuff. Don't need their phones out during class. They got to come prepared every day. That part, the main theme of this class is growing. So right now it's becoming a better student and learning something that's going to make you a better candidate for a job or for a college application or whatever. Okay, so it's all about getting better. That's what this class is trying to teach. So showing up prepared every day is half the battle. Okay, if they do that, they're going to be on their way to success in this class and then also in life. And then finally, last thing I want to discuss is the syllabus, what we're actually going to be talking about. Chapter 1 is all about goal setting. You know, a lot of these students in here are freshmen and are not really, familiar with broader themes. So we're going to try to talk about goal setting, talk about how the workplace is changing, what's appropriate in the workplace, what's not, some laws that would affect them in the workplace. Okay, so if they're going to go work, they should know these things. Some general knowledge about careers, how to start a business if you're own, if that's something you're interested in, and then a little bit of money management at the end. So all this stuff it's usually an introductory class, and these are some foundational skills that these kids can learn to help them in school, their short-term employment, long-term goal setting, long-term employment, and just life in general. So it's a good class. A lot of the kids are still learning how to, what expectations we have for them in high school, which is fine, okay? And they've been really good so far, and I hope that we have a fantastic year together, okay? If you ever have a question about anything, like I said, sjohnson@minisync.com. That's the best way to contact me, and I'm looking forward to a good year with your child. Thank you very much, and take care.